Because Memorial Day is a week from Monday, I thought I would inform everybody as to why we celebrate Memorial Day. Not a lot of people know why we celebrate it. They only know that they either get a day off from work or a day off from school. There's a lot of history behind Memorial Day, and today I would like to discuss the early history of it and some of the transitions that happened that make Memorial Day today, and some of the traditions that we celebrate during that day. By the end of this speech, I would hope that everyone knows why we celebrate it, and not just that we get a 3-day weekend out of it. The first thing I would like to discuss is the early history behind it. According to usmemorialday.org, it was formerly known as Decoration Day. Decoration Day was to remember the soldiers that died in the Civil War from both the Union and the Confederate side. The first observance of Decoration Day was in Waterloo, New York on May 5th, 1866. It didn't become a national observance day until May 30th of 1868. Back then, they used to hold events in the cemeteries for the past soldiers. In 1868, there were events held in 183 cemeteries in 27 of the states. The following year, there were over 336 cemeteries that were holding events in 1869. And that's some of the early history of Decoration Day. The second thing I would like to discuss is the transition into Memorial Day. According to history.com, the transition from Decoration Day to Memorial Day was in 1967. They changed the name to Memorial Day because they wanted to make sure that people weren't just remembering the deaths of the soldiers in the Civil War, but now they're celebrating the deaths of soldiers in all of the wars that include World War I and World War II, and the war that is happening right now. Another change that happened from Decoration to Memorial Day was the Uniform Holidays Bill, which changed Memorial Day to the last Monday in May instead of May 30th, which was Decoration Day. This helped schools have a 3-day weekend, and it was a convenience for everyone. And that was some of the transitions from Decoration Day to Memorial Day. The third thing I would like to talk about is some of the traditions that we hold on that day. As a woman, I know that women go out shopping because that is a big savers day. A lot of deals are out there that we can hit up on and save a lot of money. Another tradition is that we fly the flags half-staff from dawn until noon of local time. And we also put flags on the graves of past soldiers in the cemeteries. Two traditions that I didn't know about was, according to wikipedia.com, is that the Indianapolis 500 is held on Memorial Day and has been since 1911. Another tradition that I didn't know about was the National Memorial Day concert, which is held in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. So that is some of the traditions that are happening on that day. In conclusion, I am very proud of this day that we are celebrating because these soldiers gave up their lives to give us freedom, and they should be remembered for what they are doing for us. We shouldn't just forget about them. And I know that it's more dear to the hearts of the families of the past soldiers than it is for families that don't know any soldiers at all. But I hope that someday that it is going to be remembered in all of our hearts, no matter what, because it's never going to go away. We have soldiers dying today that we are going to be remembering a week from Monday, and we need to celebrate their lives and let them know that they didn't go down in vain and that we appreciate them. I hope that you have learned why we celebrate Memorial Day and that you can learn to respect it. Thank you.